The ink had dried on his 1000th map, but a single discrepancy burned in his memory. A coastal ridge drawn half a league farther east in his late mentor's private journals. That night, Eldrick slipped into the forbidden archive with a lantern. His fingers found a loose stone, and behind it, a leather tube. Inside was a survey stamped with the imperial seal, its coastlines twisted and hidden.
This is impossible. There's a whole continent.
He traced the erased shorelines, the fertile islands, the currents leading out of the Serpent Sea.
The Empire didn't just lie. They built a cage of ink.
He stole the survey, the only proof that a habitable world existed beyond the sea. And then he walked out into the night, a truth too heavy to carry alone. By the time he reached his study, his hands were trembling.
If I step forward, I die a heretic. If I stay silent, I die a liar.
His mentor once told him, over dusty charts, that the map was a promise. Break it, and the people were lost.
But he also whispered that true north is never where the crown points.
He knew shouting in the square would only bring guards.
But a map-maker's rebellion that I can do.
He pulled a fresh Imperial Atlas page from the stack and uncapped his ink. He inscribed a single line among the decorative waves, a coastline where none should be.
Let them look closer. The truth is in the ink.
And so, under the flickering candle, the royal cartographer began to unmake the Empire's greatest lie. Late that night, in the empty cartography hall, Eldrick bent over a fresh map by a single candle. His quill traced a star pattern into the decorative border, an echo of a constellation visible only from the hidden continent. Suddenly, footsteps echoed from the corridor, growing louder. A colleague's voice called from the doorway, "Still at it, Eldrick. The maps won't run away."
Move. Hide the ink. Now.
He swept the altered parchment under a stack of finished atlases and turned, forcing calm.
Just a few corrections. The new edition needs to be perfect.
The colleague chuckled, muttered something about Eldrick's famous dedication, and retreated. Eldrick waited until the footsteps died, then exhaled, his heart hammering against his ribs.
That was too close. But I can't stop now. Not when the truth is finally in my hands.
The next morning, Eldrick carried a new batch of atlases to the harbor office. Doran, a weathered dock worker with a sharp eye, took the bundle and unrolled one with a grunt.
What in the deep? This star pattern. I've sailed these waters for 20 years and never seen that in any chart.
Just a border embellishment. The cartographers are trying new designs.
Embellishment. Looks like a bearing marker to me.
I assure you, the official maps are precise. Now, if you'll excuse me.
That cartographer was too quick to dismiss it. Something's not right.
As Eldrick walked away, a spark of hope ignited in his chest.
Someone finally looked close enough. But if a dock worker can see it, how long until the Inquisitors do?
He quickened his pace, the weight of his secret pressing down harder than ever. That evening, Doran slipped into a dockside tavern and found Kell nursing a drink in the corner.
I need your eyes on something. Something that doesn't add up.
He unrolled the map on the sticky table, tapping the star pattern he'd spotted earlier.
A star pattern. Wait, that's a smuggler's mark. We use lines like this to navigate the Serpent's Edge.
The Serpent Sea? That's supposed to be a lifeless void. No currents, no land.
Then why does this mark a current? A path through the mist? I've run it on darker nights.
Kell traced the faint line with a scarred finger, her voice dropping to a whisper.
Someone inside the cartography office is feeding us the truth. This map is a key.
If the Empire finds out we've seen this, we're dead. What do?
We copy it, spread it quiet, and pray the one who drew it stays breathing.
The next morning, the Grand Cartography Hall fell silent as Chancellor Varen entered.
By imperial decree, any map containing unauthorized alterations is now deemed heretical. A substantial reward is offered for information leading to the forger's arrest.
A startled murmur rippled through the assembled cartographers. Eldrick forced his face into a mask of calm.
They're hunting me. Breathe. Don't react.
Varen began walking slowly past the drafting desks, his eyes scanning each face like a hawk.
Eldrick, isn't it? I've heard you've been working late into the night. Such dedication to the Empire.
I've been perfecting the new Atlas borders, Chancellor. Precision takes time.
Indeed. We must ensure every line is correct. The Empire cannot abide errors.
Varen moved on, but his cold smile lingered in the air like a drawn blade. Beneath his desk, Eldric's ink-stained hands trembled. The noose was tightening. That evening, Eldric returned to his study to find Lyra already waiting by his cluttered desk.
Master Eldric, you've been hiding something. All those late nights, the trembling. It's not like you.
She's too sharp, but telling her would paint a target on her back. Just the pressure of the new Atlas. Chancellor Varen is watching everyone closely.
Lyra's gaze dropped to the corner of a parchment, peeking from beneath a leather-bound book.
That marking, a coastline where none should be. The heretical alterations, they're yours.
No more lies. She's already seen the truth, Lyra. Yes, the Empire has erased a whole continent. I've been trying to wake our people, one map at a time.
Then I'll keep your secret. And help however I can. You are not alone.
In the flickering candlelight, Eldric took her hand, a fragile alliance forged against an empire of lies. The next day, Eldric walked the docks alone, needing space from prying eyes.
You are the cartographer with the clever quill.
Another one. How many have seen my work? I don't know what you mean. I am just delivering maps.
This star pattern. Only someone inside the office could draw it, and I've seen your hand on other maps.
Eldric's pulse quickened, but before he could deny, Kel held up her own copy of the altered map.
Relax. I am a smuggler. That route leads out of the Serpent Sea, something we've been hunting for years.
What do you want?
To help. My network can spread your truth faster than any official map.
After a long pause, Eldric slipped a parchment from his coat, a more complete piece of the true map, and pressed it into her hand.
Keep your head down, cartographer. I'll make sure this flies.
And just like that, the truth was no longer just ink on paper. It was in the hands of those who slipped through the Empire's cracks. 2 days later, Imperial guards dragged a terrified young forger into the cartography hall.
By the grace of the Chancellor, the heretic who tampered with our sacred maps has been caught.
The room erupted in applause, but Eldric's blood ran cold. Beside him, Lyra squeezed his arm.
That man is innocent. I am the one they should drag away. The wrong man was taken, Lyra. My silence has cost another his freedom.
Lyra took his trembling hand, her grip fierce and steady.
We will finish this. For him, and for everyone the Empire has caged.
That night, alone in his study, Eldric unrolled a fresh parchment. No more fragments, he would draw the whole truth. His quill moved from memory, tracing the hidden coastlines, the fertile islands, the path through the Serpent Sea.
I will not let another life be sacrificed for this lie.
Morning light had barely touched the hall when Commander Severin stormed in with a column of armed inquisitors.
No one moves. By order of the Chancellor, every desk is to be searched for heretical materials.
Eldric's heart seized. The completed true map was hidden in a leather folio beneath his arm.
Lyra. She's the only one I can trust with this now.
He caught Lyra's eye across the room and tilted his head toward the archive alcove. As the guards advanced, Eldric slipped the folio behind a bookcase. Lyra was already there, tucking it into her tunic. Severin's men rifled through Eldric's desk. Inkwells, compasses, blank parchment, but found nothing. 2 rows away, a cartographer was hauled from his stool, a minor correction on his table, condemned as evidence.
I didn't. I was just fixing a smudge. Please, you have to believe me.
Severin backhanded him silent and dragged him out by the collar. Lyra met Eldric's gaze, clutching the hidden map, a silent promise to move tonight. That afternoon, a guard summoned Lyra to a cold stone chamber. Severin was already waiting.
You are Master Eldric's apprentice. You know his routines. Has he been distracted lately? Working unusual hours?
He knows something. Stay steady. Don't let him see fear. He's a perfectionist, Commander. Always has been. The new Atlas deadlines have been grueling.
And have you seen him make any alterations to maps? Unusual markings? Unusual markings?
No, Commander. He follows the official templates to the letter. Nothing unusual.
Severin straightened, a predator unsatisfied with its prey.
If you remember anything at all, you will report it. The Empire rewards loyalty and punishes silence.
He dismissed her with a flick of his wrist. Lyra walked out on shaking legs, only letting the tears fall when she was safely out of sight.
Eldrick, he doesn't believe me. We can't wait any longer. Tonight, or we're both dead.
In the dim study, Eldrick scattered drying sand over the finished parchment, the complete truth at last.
Lyra, this map shows a habitable continent beyond the Serpent Sea. The Empire erased it centuries ago to enslave us.
You should have told me everything sooner. I would have guarded your back from the start.
I was trying to protect you, but now you are the only one I trust to carry this truth out of the Empire.
Number. We go together. I won't abandon you to the Inquisitors.
If we both vanish, they'll hunt us forever. I must stay to mislead them, to buy you time.
A tear rolled down Lyra's cheek, but she nodded. The apprentice accepting her master's final lesson.
Run to the docks. Find a smuggler named Kell. She will get you across the sea.
I'll make sure the world sees this. I promise.
She pressed the parchment to her heart and slipped out into the night. The truth now an ember she carried alone. From his window, Eldrick heard the clatter of boots and Severin's voice echoing through the district. All cartographers were to be detained.
All exits are sealed. Every cartographer is a suspect until we root out the heresy.
They'll search the study any moment. I must draw their eyes away from Lyra.
He slipped out through a back passage, ink-stained hands hidden in his sleeves. A scribe nearly collided with him at the corridor's end, eyes wide with fear.
Step aside. I have an urgent matter to attend to. The Empire's greatest error needs correcting.
The scribe froze, recognizing the weight of that declaration, and let him pass.
Lyra, be swift. The truth is in your hands now.
He straightened his tunic and walked toward the grand map hall, footsteps steady on ancient stone. He would not run. The Empire's cage had been drawn with ink, and ink was exactly what would shatter it. Eldrick pushed open the heavy oak doors. The council chamber fell silent, every noble face turning toward him. Varen lowered his scroll, his rimless glasses catching the light. Severin's gloved hand went to his sword hilt.
These are the men who've held our people in chains. Now, they'll hear the truth.
He strode to the center of the room, his boots echoing on the marble, inlaid map of the false empire.
I am the cartographer, who has been altering your maps. The heretic you've been hunting. I stand before you.
Gasps rippled through the chamber. Severin barked for his guards, but Varen raised a hand, his gaze cold and calculating.
Seize him. He admits to treason against the Empire.
Wait, let him speak. If he's mad, we'll know soon enough.
I have something to show you, Chancellor. A truth buried for centuries, right under your feet on this very floor.
He drew out a folded parchment, and the entire chamber leaned forward. Even the guards hesitated. He knelt and pressed the parchment flat against the cold marble, hidden coastlines blazing up at the council like a silent accusation.
A continent lies beyond the Serpent Sea, green, fertile, waiting. The Empire erased it to cage us.
A hum of shock filled the room. One councilwoman leaned forward, her spectacles forgotten, as she traced the new shorelines with her eyes.
Varen's voice was ice. A forgery. A desperate heretic's ploy. This council will not be fooled by a few lines of ink.
Then open the forbidden archive. The original survey lies there, with your dynasty's seal. I have held it.
For an instant, Varen's composure shattered. The scroll in his hand crinkled audibly. Severin saw the crack and did not wait. He thrust out his gloved hand.
Enough. Guards, seize this traitor. Remove him from the sacred chamber.
Cold iron bit into Eldrick's wrists, but he did not look away from Varen's ashen face. Thus, the royal cartographer was dragged from the council, leaving behind a fractured silence and a truth that could not be unseen.
Clap chains on him. he forfeits the heir of an imperial citizen.
Heavy shackles snapped shut over Eldric's wrists, but his gaze drifted to a tall window that framed the harbor.
Lyra, let the wind fill your sails. I'll hold them here as long as I can.
With Eldric gone, Severin rounded on Varen in the empty council chamber, his voice a blade.
We have to hang him at dawn, burn every map he ever touched.
And make him a martyr. Half the council already doubts. If he dies publicly, the doubt becomes faith.
Then what? Let him rot. He's already poisoned the well.
We bury him in the deepest cell, strip his name, let the silence do the killing. Public executions only give a platform.
Severin slammed a fist onto the marble map table, but the Chancellor had already turned his back, already calculating the next move. But deep in the palace prison, Eldric was already smiling at the stones. The truth had slipped through their fingers. Meanwhile, Lyra stumbled into the damp warehouse where Kel kept her smuggler's nest. She thrust the true map into Kel's hands, the parchment still warm from being pressed against her heart.
You actually got it. Eldric's full work. A continent worth dying for. You lot, forget the rum. Tonight we're scribes. Every line copied. Every ship gets won by dawn.
Lanterns flared as rough hands unrolled parchment. Sailors, dock thieves, a one-eyed scribbler, all bent to the labor of truth.
Eldric, you gave us the key. Now we turn it.
By the time the harbor bells tolled midnight, dozens of copies were folded into oilskins and slipped aboard ships.
We've been smuggling goods for years to avoid their taxes. Smuggling truth? That's a new thrill.
Lyra stared out at the dark water. Somewhere across that sea was a green shore, and somewhere behind her, a master paying the price. The first copies were already sliding through the Empire's cracks, a whisper that would soon become a roar. By dawn, sailors on a dozen ships held the new maps alongside their old charts, tracing a coastline that wasn't supposed to exist. In the fish market, a weathered stallholder showed her neighbor the secret current that led to the so-called Serpent's Edge.
Every crew in the harbor is jawing about the hidden continent, the lies cracking open.
An Imperial guard snatched a copy from a merchant, but 3 other hands immediately pulled out their own.
From the rooftop, Lyra watched the city stir. Every window, every alley. The truth was spreading like a tide.
It's out now. No cage holds an idea. The Empire can burn every map, but they can't burn every map, but they can't burn what people have already seen.
By midday, the true map was being recited in taverns, scribbled on walls, whispered in the shadow of the palace itself. The Empire's lie had become an unstoppable current, and every hour that passed carried it further. Imperial officers scrambled to collect the maps, but for every one they seized, 2 more appeared.
Your master's cage is crumbling, girl. Soon, everyone will know.
Deep in the palace prison, the only sound was water dripping from the ancient stone ceiling. Then, faintly at first, a single bell tolled, soon joined by others, the city's alarm ringing across the rooftops. Outside his cell, 2 guards muttered in low voices. The commoners are at the palace gates. Maps everywhere.
The truth is out. The cage is breaking.
A faint, knowing smile touched his lips. The kind that understood sacrifice was never for nothing.
It's done, he whispered, to the darkness, to the memory of his old mentor.
The bells continued to toll, a clamor of hope that sounded sweeter than any Imperial anthem. Somewhere beyond these walls, Lyra was carrying the truth to open sea, the cage door swinging wide at last. He could not see the crowds from his cell, but he felt the Empire's foundation trembling. And for the first time since stealing that forbidden survey, the royal cartographer allowed himself a moment of peace. The grand map hall had become a war chamber. Nobles shouted over one another, waving copies of the true map like battle flags.
Explain this, Chancellor. My own captain verified the coastlines. How can the Empire's maps be false?
These are seditious forgeries, no different from the lunatic we imprisoned. The Empire stands on centuries of verified cartography.
Then, why does the cartographer claim the Forbidden Archive holds proof? Why has no one ever been allowed to search it?
Before Varen could answer, the doors slammed open. Severin staggered in, his armor dented, face smeared with soot.
The palace gates are breached, not by swords, but by a mob demanding the truth. The guards are overwhelmed.
Varen's hands fell limp, the scroll slipping to the floor. He sank into the chancellor's chair, his rimless glasses askew.
A lifetime of building this lie, and it crumbles over a map made by one old man.
Outside, the roar of the crowd echoed through the corridors, the sound of an empire's foundation cracking.
What have we done? We built a cage, and now the door is open.
Dawn bled gold over the harbor as Lyra and Kel loaded the last supplies onto a sturdy, weathered vessel. Lyra held the original true map, her finger tracing the ink course Eldrick had drawn with his own hand.
This line is his promise, and I'll see it through.
She glanced back at the Empire's skyline. Smoke pillars still rising from the riots, but a strange freedom in the air.
Come on, girl. The tide won't wait.
The ropes were cast, and the ship slid away from the pier, leaving the Empire behind. Lyra stood at the bow, wind whipping her braid, the true map unfurled in her hands.
We'll find your shore, Master. I swear it.
The Serpent Sea stretched out before them, no longer a cage, but a path. And as the ship vanished into the morning mist, the first true light of a new world touched their sails. Days blurred into nights as the ship cut through the Serpent Sea. Lyra spent every hour at the bow, watching the horizon.
Land off the port bow.
A green coastline stretched before them, lush and unmistakable, exactly where Eldrick's ink had promised it would be. They anchored in a sheltered cove, the water so clear they could see the sandy bottom. Lyra waded ashore, holding the true map above the waves, tears already streaming down her face. She fell to her knees on the white sand, clutching the parchment to her chest as sobs racked her body. She unrolled it with trembling hands. The coastline inked by her master matched the shore before her exactly.
He was right. It was all real.
Kel stood at the tree line, her scarred face split by a rare grin. Behind them, the ship rested at anchor, a tiny vessel that had crossed a sea of lies. The cage was open, and the ink had set them free.